Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, the entertained and the entertainees, welcome to Apocalypse Soon, and now make it loud for him. The stash is strong. Eddie Pepitone.
Hello, everybody. We are live. We are live here in Fanny Coast Studios. I am here with my producer's sidekick, Mr. Kevin Taken. Howdy. And we are here with our engineer, Mr. Rob Hebert.
Hello.
There's Rob. And that's it for us. We're just doing a short one. We had to bank a couple. We're going to do about 10 of these.
That's right.
Hey everybody. Welcome. Wow. I'm a little preoccupied as I prepare to go to Louisiana tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And I'm wound up. It could be the strong coffee I make. It could be the fact that we have gotten the numbers about Apocalypse Soon, and there are so many suicides going on listening to this podcast because of our dire prediction of, the ecocide, and not prediction, it's actually science, that people are offing themselves at a tremendous rate.
Record rates. The nice thing is, though, a lot of them are leaving reviews.
A lot of them are leaving reviews,
which is nice.
And also, if you're going to shuffle off that mortal coil, just become a Patreon member first, and leave what do they call that? Automatically deposit.
The automatic payments. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So until it's caught by your next of kin, we will get the next of kin.
Yeah.
Always have to oh shit. Dad is still paying for the Pepitone Patreon.
Well, a lot of people will put the Patreon in the will. They'll be like, I've already prepaid for months in advance, and you can enjoy it. My family can enjoy it, which is nice.
It is nice, and welcome everybody. We're well into the new year already, and it just feels. I'll tell you, it's been chilly here in Los Angeles.
Very chilly.
I like it.
I get my nips. I keep pointing it at people, and it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I gotta put a coat over them.
Yeah.
I'll cut people.
I don't. I've never had erect nipples.
No.
No. My nipples have always been dormant, like bees during the winter.
Yeah, my nipples, they think they're the star. You know what I mean? They think they're the star attraction, and they're always,
they're always.
Out. It's embarrassing.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. I don't want to take it away from your nipples.
No, but please.
But what has been going on since I we actually taped kind of recently. So
yeah.
I don't know how much. What's going on in the world that has happened besides all the murders? There's been a couple of more shootings. I think one in Florida, where I'm going. One in Florida.
Well, you're kind of you're supposed to smooth it out when you get over there.
He's coming off. Yeah, you hear the announcer. He's coming off the plane, Bob, to. He's going to negotiate with the gang members. Here he is, Ed Pepitone. Now, folks, this is Ed Pepitone.
That's an impression of yourself.
Look, life is short here. Particularly here, actually. Particularly this block, it seems that life is very short. And what I want to say is, let's be brothers. Let's be brothers and sisters. Let's all become a Patreon. No, I'm sorry, folks. I don't want to trigger you. But, let me get my bullhorn. Please, stop the fighting. Why does your accent change once you got the bullhorn? I don't know. Imagine if a bullhorn changed your accent, buddy.
I would love it. I love a good voice changer. You ever mess with one of those sound effects things?
A little bit.
They're
you know
so
why
fun.
I don't? You know why I don't? Because I would mess with it all day.
Yes.
And I live in an apartment, and that's not to brag that I have that kind of lifestyle.
Wow.
But I live in an apartment, and it's loud, those bullhorns, and I'd be like, hello, and then I'd be like, hello.
And just changing the volume all the time. Yeah, I know. I have got one of those. It's the Roland V3 where you can do pitch shift and everything. I should bring it in one day. We could.
Yeah, I don't know why you keep a lot of your gadgets to yourself.
I hoard them. I hoard
You
them. And then
hoard
I
'em.
like to talk about them with my friends and tell, oh, it's so great. You'd love it. Someday, maybe you'll get to use it.
Yeah.
That's
So let's see. So there's been a couple more mass shootings, which is just unbelievable that our society is falling apart like that. Like, it just seems like it can happen anywhere at any time, which is why I am very nimble when I'm out in public. Like, I'm always doing the serpentine.
Yeah.
I go, baby, I'm going to the store, and I just serpentine to wherever I'm going.
It looks like a dance. It looks like I'm watching the Nutcracker or something.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
beautiful.
the Nutcracker is a terrific. Well, I don't know if Ball Breaker is the same, but I saw Ball Breaker.
Well, that was the off-Broadway.
That was off Broadway.
Yeah,
Nutcracker is Lincoln Center. It's the nice theater.
I do like.
Ball Breaker is like the low rent production of the Nutcracker.
Yeah. It's one guy with a Casio keyboard.
And instead of mice dancing around, it's cockroaches, like shit like that. It's like,
I like the Ball Breaker.
Yeah.
Hey, the Rat King ain't got shit on me. I vaguely know the Nutcracker.
ladies and gentlemen, and they, instead of telling people at the beginning to silence their cell phones, they're like, please turn them up during today's performance.
Have you ever had somebody have a full-on, like, loud phone call in the middle of a show?
Actually, when I was up in Alameda County near Oakland for New Year's, a guy's cell phone went off, and it was pretty funny. He was nice, an older guy, and I was like, what the fuck? And he goes, I'm sorry, my friend from Britain. He was very specific. My friend from Britain was calling me. I go, oh, well, if it was from Britain, you should have taken it, you know.
Yeah.
And then he started making fun of his friend's accent, and he kept going on, and I just interrupted him, and I said, you're boring everybody. I like baited him into telling me, and then I slammed him with that. I didn't feel good about it.
Well, I mean, you wield a heavy hammer.
I wield a heavy hammer.
And sometimes,
Thor.
Yeah, you're the Thor of the microphone, really.
I'm Thor. When if your phone goes off while I'm performing, be prepared to be eviscerated, emasculated, and elevated.
Yeah. Well, I've seen you on stage. Sometimes you just go like this, and the microphone will just come into your hand. And it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's right. Thor of the microphone.
Have you ever been attacked on stage? Has anybody ever rushed the stage at you?
I
love capitalism.
No, but again, in that same venue, a woman lost her shit at a New Year's Eve show. She just lost it. Yeah, she smacked a glass down off a table. Jeez. She did approach the stage, but she turned around. She was definitely out of control, and she got kicked out. She spit in the owner's face. This was all New Year's Eve.
That's the kind of boldness I wish I had. You know what I mean? That type of confidence and, spit in people's faces and not feel
it's
bad about
asocial. It's asocial, and she was stoned out of her mind, not just on alcohol, but it looked like alcohol, and you fill in the blank.
Pills.
Coke, pills.
My sister-in-law showed up to one of my shows, and she was out of her gourd. And was like,
your sister?
My sister-in-law.
Okay.
My wife's sister. And she was heckling and yelling. And then I'm trying to get somebody to kick her out. There's no security. And then she gets kicked out finally. And then she goes,
hold it. You're trying to get your sister-in-law kicked out.
Yeah, dude, because she was on pills or something. She was blacked out, like completely. And was just kept talking and yelling and like, it was an interesting experience.
I'll tell you, when family does that, then what hope do you have if your immediate family is trying to derail?
It was rough. Because my dad was there and my stepmom was there. There was like
And they couldn't fucking quiet her down?
Everybody was afraid of her. She's a
Because we have an aunt like that, and
Yeah.
we have just a taser just for Aunt Lily.
That's good. That's good.
You know, yeah, it's a taser that was designed by Cedars-Sinai Hospital, and it's designed specifically for her body type.
A gentle taser.
Well, it won't kill her.
Yeah.
It won't shock her heart into like non-functioning mode.
Yeah.
But it'll certainly be a wake-up call. Hello, I'm Ted Fredericks. Hello, I'm Ted Fredericks. Do you need a taser to be a wake-up call to a close relative when you're trying to do stand-up? It's a very specific commercial.
Yeah.
Well, have I got the taser for you? We measure body weight. We measure blood pressure. We take into account what medications they're on, and then we design the taser fit specifically for your close relative.
When you hit them at a little inflatable pillow pops up on their head, so when they hit the ground, it's nice and soft, you know.
Not only that, but we will provide a pillow so that they're not concussed. And you don't have to fuss over them. It will be a wake-up call and a wake-up call only. God. We are not responsible, however, for death.
Man, I wish somebody had tased her. That would have been an experience, because it was out of control. And I was like,
what the fuck? What was she yelling? Or
well, it started out where I was like, hey, I'm married with 2 kids, and she's going, it's true. He does. And I'm going, and then I was just like, all right, take it easy. And then she's like, bah! And then
has she had a history of this kind of behavior?
Not that I've seen, but I've heard rumors of this. And this is the only time I've ever seen it. And then I was the guys that opened for me were it was 2 African American guys and a Mexican guy. And so then she's like, so then she goes, where's the black guys? Like, she's like yelling because I was the only white guy on. And then I'm like, take it easy. And she's like, fuck you. I'm funnier than anybody here. And like, just going off. And then I was like, can somebody, and then I'm like, that's my sister-in-law. And then people are like laughing. And then I'm like,
now, but what seems lame to me,
yeah, is
that the rest of your family did not do anything. Well, that's not good.
My family, they're sweethearts, you know.
No. Don't give them a pass like that, because no, I'm being serious, because yes, sweethearts, but that was an instance where you're like, all right, let's go, Betty.
Yeah.
You know, you don't let. That's not being a sweetheart. That's being kind of a doormat. Yes. There's a difference between sweetheart and doormat.
See, that is a nuance that I have not figured out yet.
Really?
Because I'm always I think it's a Tinkin family tradition. To the sweetness will lend into the doormat-ishness. You know, where.
What's your ethnicity again?
I'm English, Irish, German. So
English, Irish, German.
Yeah, but it's mostly the years of Christianity.
Oh, you see, that fucks you up, because what you're not seeing, I think, is actually the morale. Like when someone is that out of line, I'm not talking about like tasering them.
Yeah.
Unless you have that custom-made taser, but I'm talking about, if it is a family member, you're like, all right, we gotta fucking take her out of here.
No,
come on, Betsy. You just grab. What you do is you headlock her.
Yeah.
You put her in a headlock and you drag her out like that.
She's a big lady. She's a big lady. No, but
2 of them. Then
she ended up getting out, but then she went on Facebook and was just like responding. And then when I saw her, I was like, hey, what the heck? She's like, what are you talking about? She had no idea that it ever happened. And then I send her.
Well, this sounds like a good time to start in on a guided minute. I mean, because
I agree.
Just because the reason why it comes to mind is that your sister-in-law is stressed, obviously.
She could have used you. She could have used you in that moment to relax and take it easy. But I think you're right, though.
Yeah.
Should we go into one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Hello. Take it easy, relax, slow the heart rate for another special, special moment of guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
Okay, everybody. Oh, we're well into the new year now. I think we all know that our New Year's resolutions have flown out the window and have gone bye-bye, just like the dodo bird. The extinction of the dodo bird, and now our New Year's resolutions are extinct. But you know what? It's only January 17. At least you did them for a couple of days. I did mine for 6 hours on the first day, and then I started drinking heavily. So with your first breath, I want everybody to breathe. Just take a deep breath. Let the air, no matter how many pollution particulates are in that air, whether it's asbestos or whether it's mesothelioma, you know that word, mephistophelianoma. Just breathe in lead, whatever in the air, all these chemical plants that surround us all. We don't even know what we're breathing in at this point, but luckily humans are resilient. I mean, it probably will lead to birth defects, but we need you to breathe in the air and let your lungs fill up. Let them fill up unless, you have a collapsed lung from getting kicked during a mugging or just falling off your bicycle because that was one of your resolutions, was to ride your bike more, and then you realized, wait a minute, this truck is coming at me, not around me, and now you have a collapsed lung. Now breathe that all in to the one good lung you have, okay? And now, with your out breath, I want you to let go. Just let go. Let go of everything, unless you're holding on to something that's keeping you out of flooding water. Here in California, we have been inundated with rain, and everybody says that it's been great for the drought, except the 19 people who died from the floods. So I would say, since there are millions here in California, you would have to say it pretty good, except for the 19. And just let go, unless you're holding on to a tree root, or not a tree root, a tree branch, or the gutter of your roof. And now just let everything go. Let all your stress go. Let go of the fact that there's no way you're going to come up with this month's rent. And you know that already. And it's only the 17th. And even though there are 14 days left in the month, you know it's a foregone conclusion that the lock will be changed on your door. And you will not be able to live inside anymore. I want you to let that go. And now, with your next in-breath, I want you to breathe in all the goodness in your life. I mean, it may not be now. I mean, the goodness may be put on hold because of an ankle. You're being monitored by, a court. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about breathe in a goodness that maybe it's in the future. Maybe when that ankle bracelet that's monitoring your movements will be taken off soon, and you'll be able to leave the house and take your life into your hands in a neighborhood because of mass shootings. Mass shootings are happening everywhere now. I want you to breathe that in, okay? I want you to breathe that in, but you're not going to be a victim of a mass shooting. You're not, because you're doing this breathing exercise. And the next time some disenfranchised person who has no safety net in the richest country in the world comes at you with a gun, tell them that you've done guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone, and they will probably be disoriented and not shoot you. And now with your final out-breath, I want you again to just let go of everything that's holding you down, including the actual person who's holding you down right now, which is a police officer or, someone who has you pinned to the ground because you owe them money and you've been avoiding them, and who thought you would see them in a liquor store? But you did. All you wanted to do was get the ingredients for Brandy Alexander, and you wound up seeing Nicky, who you owe a lot of money to, and now he's pinning you down. So just let go of everything that's holding you down, including the restraints that the hospital has on you right now because you had to be admitted because of your latest breakdown, public breakdown. Your private breakdowns in your apartment are not reported, but your public breakdowns are something that you need to monitor.
Thanks for joining us on another guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
Ooh, that was a nice stress reliever.
That was very good. Yeah, it was tailored for our people, our mentally ill viewers too, which I think is good.
I would think if you're listening here, there's some deep flaws.
Yeah.
But you have an awareness.
We've created a community of the mentally ill here, and I think it's good for people come and have a voice, amongst the
Look,
others.
Everybody is mentally ill to a degree,
This is true.
And the people who don't think they're flawed or mentally ill, they're the people to be careful of. They're the crazy ones.
I always wonder what it must be like to think that you're okay. Like, you know what I mean? To have people have that mentality where they're like, oh, I have the right opinions and I'm not insane. I'm not losing my mind.
Yeah.
I'm
well,
coherent.
people who are really sure of themselves, like they have the truth.
Yeah.
90% or more of the time, they're the real crazy ones to watch out for.
Because I always assume I'm wrong. I always assume that there's a possibility that I'm wrong. You know what I mean? I hold on to that. So I never plant my feet too firmly in any idea because I've been wrong before. And I believed in Noah's Ark for 30 years, So
and then you were like, shit.
Yeah.
That isn't right.
Yeah. Maybe this ain't right.
You got brainwashed as a kid with religion? Like if you believed in Noah's Ark for 30 years.
I mean, yeah.
Was that a true statement you just said?
That is a true statement.
All right, so then you did get inculcated, brainwashed, whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like a cult.
I used to study like microbiology books that would debunk Darwinism and stuff. Like I would like
oh, yeah?
Yeah, I would be like, well, the monarch butterfly and the bombardier beetle are clear signs that evolution couldn't have happened in the linear process that Darwin said it was. So
two different chemicals.
There's two different chemicals. So it points to creator. There must be a creator out there.
First of all, I don't know why Darwin and a creator can't exist hand in hand.
Exactly. Well, I think the nice thing about religion too is like somebody will be like, here's a flaw in Darwin, therefore the Bible's 100% true. Like it's a weird logic.
No, you're talking about fanatics.
Yes. Yeah. But that's like because I went to this pre-college prep thing for like a month, and that's where they really got into like all this stuff about like debunking evolution and all this different stuff, and it was intense. And
who the fuck was sending you to this shit?
My family, and I
are they still like that?
Yeah, they're still like. Here's the problem though, because my dad in particular and my family, they're all such nice people. I didn't have any.
There
like
you
these,
go again with that nice word.
I know. There was never anything that was like a clear sign that this is bullshit. It was always like, yeah, everybody's great. I've got good friends. People are nice. And and then I'd eventually just be like, I want to get on stage, and so I couldn't do both. So I had to leave. I had to get out.
So you are now what do they call that? What's the word for outsider? Pariah. Are you a pariah?
A little bit.
A little bit,
yeah. Because I help.
Don't invite him. Don't invite him, Dolores. He doesn't believe that. He doesn't believe in our Lord and Savior. Oh, come on. Let's invite him. He's our flesh and blood. No. I'm adamant until he comes around again to believing in this very, very specific blueprint of reality.
That's right. I ran into my old pastor's wife, and she was like, "What church are you guys going to down in L.A.?" And
you're not going at all now,
not
right?
going anywhere. And so we said that. She's like, "Wow, how were you able to stay married?" Legit, and she's like, legitimately, like, how? Because if you have a different, and my wife was like, well, because we love each other very much, and she was just like,
love, baby.
Yeah.
Now there was no answer to that, I bet.
Nope, not really. You
throw out the love card.
Mm-hmm.
If you throw out the love card to people, they're like, hey, I just love you.
Mm-hmm.
If you say that to folks, like I'll say that to a hostile crowd.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I love you guys, and I don't know, well, because you called us assholes. Well, all right. But, everything I say is tinged or soaked or marinated, whatever you want to based it, in love.
That's right.
I use a lot of culinary terms.
You got, well, if you always mix in culinary and affection.
Culinary and affection go hand in hand.
Yeah, you're like, made sweet love with the one cup of
yes,
butter.
Chef.
Slightly caress the turkey with emotional palpability with the baster.
Slightly. Welcome to Chef Boyar Love.
Yes.
And today we are going to take the woman and we're going to dip her in love. We are going to marinate the woman in a little substance I call love.
It's so juicy.
It's so juicy. So let your woman or man, whatever your preference is, they, him, whatever, let them dip in a love. And then take them out and chop them up, chop them up, chop them up, chop them up, and then demand ransom. Demand ransom. Get on the phone and go, you want to see this person alive?
I would love to see you get a chef show, like a cooking show, and then the producer's like, what the hell? Did he say kill somebody?
Wait a minute, Al. Hey, Al, stop the tape. He's imploring people to kill. No, that's just a bit, Fred. Fred, this is what we signed him for. Not on my watch, we didn't. Fred, I'm telling you, Fred. We signed him, so he's a funny chef, and I don't think it's real. And well, yeah, but it's going to inspire these copycat. Fred, we sound like the same guy here, Al.
It's always nice to get into an argument with somebody who sounds just like you.
Yeah, because then you realize which all arguments are about. You're just fighting yourself.
What would you say is one of the
deep?
Yeah, it's very deep. Have you? What would you say one of the greatest lessons of your life has been, Eddie?
I would say one of the greatest lessons.
Yeah, one of the top 10.
I guess the biggest one is that, and I'm still learning it. Is that you can only get your self-esteem from yourself. Which sounds like I forget what that is, what the word is, but if you constantly, like, because I have spent my life as a comedian trying to get validation from outside myself, and it's kind of kept me in comedy because I crave it so much that it drives me. Like, I need to get reactions out of people. But as far as validation and self-esteem, that has to be earned by loving yourself through different disciplines. Actually, actually realizing that discipline is a big part of self-esteem, I think.
So you're telling me I should quit smoking weed? Is that what you're saying? I
don't want to tell you that, because here's the thing. I have quit again, and I'm up to day, what am I up to? 43.
Yeah.
43 no weed. 43 days no weed.
Back on the wagon.
But if I start doing that shit of telling other people, oh, you shouldn't smoke, it's bad for you.
Yeah.
That means I'll be fucking smoking again, because there's something about telling people to not do something that you yourself have done so many times.
Yeah.
You set yourself up for failure. So it's like live and let live type of thing.
The Jim Baker syndrome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that whole fucking...
Do not have sex with prostitutes, guys. Don't do it. And then 3 weeks later, he's like...
Or do not have sex.
Yes. Oh,
do not have sex. And then that's the only thing on their mind. So if you're telling people don't smoke weed, you're going to have sex. I mean, you're going to smoke... Yeah. Wait a minute. You're going to smoke pot? Hold it. Smoke? I don't know. I don't know, folks. Just do what makes... This is what I tell young children. Do what makes you happy, you know? If it's lighting a small house on fire, do it.
Follow your bliss, kids.
Follow your bliss.
Yeah, the no sex
What's the
thing.
biggest life... what is the biggest lesson you've learned?
You know what? Like, when you said that you can only get self-esteem from yourself, that has been... I mean, that it hit home. It does, because that's...
All right, but that's mine. Now what's yours?
The biggest life lesson I have learned, I mean, God, see, I'm better at asking questions than I am answering.
Also, I want to say this, so I'm going to get you off the hook a little bit, is that if you can't love yourself, you cannot love another.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard.
That is a difficult one. That's the truth. Like, you can only love someone else in direct proportion to how much you love yourself. Like, it really does go like that.
Well, because you're not able to really focus on another person when you're not loving yourself, because it does become a narcissistic thing almost, you know, where you're...
Now, what is your biggest lesson? You don't have to answer it. It'd be funny if you would say something like, well, I learned never to stick my arm up an elephant's ass. You just can't do it, you know?
Don't mix opiums with antidepressants, I would say. No, I would
How's
say...
your Wellbutrin? By the way...
It's going good.
You were a little nervous, fidgety.
Well, I still get a little fidgety. People, if you could look back, I've actually, when I edit, I'll look and I'll see my knees are...
You're a little more calmed down, so you're adjusting.
I'm adjusting a little bit, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Adjusting to Wellbutrin. I'm your host, Ken Johnson, and we have a man here who last week was twitching like a motherfucker, and this week he's kind of settled down.
I'm kind of relaxing, you know. My toes, if you could see them through my shoes, I mean, I guess that's where I put all the...
Oh, I see the toes,
No.
Well, I bounce a little bit too, but I'm on a lot of coffee today.
Yeah, well, I drink a shit ton of coffee too.
Well, I don't know if you should if you're feeling...
I'm a mess, Eddie. I mean, because people told me what to do for so long, you know, and I was very disciplined. I mean, I worked a full-time job through college while I was like going full-time in college, and then the church, and then I got married, and then the kids, and I was
you've
very
been going.
discipline for a long time. So when I left and started doing stand-up and all this stuff, I was like, I'm going to be wild. I'm going to go nuts. And
but stand-up requires a lot of discipline.
Yeah, but like I think for me, like so much of it was like, don't jack off, no sex, no.
Don't jack off. Now hold it. Now that's a deal breaker.
So you didn't
in any. I mean, how do you not jack off? Like, I mean,
I don't know.
I do it at traffic lights at this point.
Well, those lights, they get so boring, you know. Plus the cams, you know.
They're long, the lights.
You're a voyeuristic guy, so when you see the red light cam, I know you always get roused up. No, but that'd
be funny though if the the red light cameras, right? They send you a video of you jacking off in the mail. And,
you know how fast you were going?
And instead of charging you get a check.
Thank you. You made my day down here at the CHP.
Hello, this is Dolores Stenson, and I work for the California Highway Patrol. And I just want to say I watched you jacking off through a red light camera there on Laurel and La Brea, and I just want to say that it lifted my spirits. It lifted my spirits because I had just lost 2 children to a home invasion. And seeing you jack off has helped me.
And here's a $20 gift card to Starbucks.
Here's a $20 gift card to Starbucks. They have, I believe it's fall, so they have the new pumpkin spice.
I like the idea of a person who could bring up jacking off, home invasion, the death of their children, and a pumpkin spice latte in the same conversation.
When I did the home invasion children thing, I looked over at Rob, and he was just shaking his head slowly like, God damn it. Why do you have to bring it to murder all the time?
Rob, I look over at Rob.
Rob is our moral compass.
He really is. He really is. He just. I see him doing a lot of this.
That's not good.
That's right. It's not.
That's not good.
And let me tell you, it's true. I mean, we have here a what would you call it? We have here a reformed Christian. I don't know. Reform would be the word.
I don't know.
Recovering. That's it. Recovering Christian.
I always called it the ex-churched because those were always good audiences. If I could find an audience of people that used to go to church, I mean, I can connect with those people because like the no jacking off thing, I got a whole bit about being in junior high and high school with a group of like a dozen boys my same age, and we're going around in a circle. We used to have accountability groups where we'd be like, did you read your Bible? Did you pray this week?
I thought that was going a very different direction.
No. Yeah, it's very wholesome, but also not. We'd be in a circle, and we'd all...
Me and a bunch of other junior high boys are sitting around in a circle.
But the last question would be, did you do anything this week that if the Lord were to catch you doing it, that you would be embarrassed? And every week we'd go around in a circle, and anytime somebody would have one of those stories, it would just be like, well, what'd you do?
And everybody's smoking a cigarette while this guy's telling that story. And they're just like, could you tell it slower?
Yeah.
Could you start again, tell it slower, then about midway through go fast, then slow, then fast, then slow.
Well, that's part of the bit that I'll do is whereas like which is true, which is every time somebody would have something, the other guys would be like, what'd you do? Like, what'd you do? And then somebody go, well, I made out with this girl or whatever. And they'd be like, like, you know, then everybody would lean in and be like, hey, what? Tell us about this. But yeah, it would always be like me and a dozen other kids, you know, we're all friends, close friends, still friends with a lot of those guys, just going, are you jacking off? And they'd be going, no, I've been good. Or like,
see, that's the difference between secular people and religious people. Secular people, they will not talk about jacking off with their friends. How you doing, Mick? I'm doing all right, Ron. Hey, you jack off yesterday? That doesn't happen. You know?
That's what they're missing.
It's
like, that's what the secular world's missing.
They're like, you know, I mean, talking about sexual conquests, yeah. You know, like, I fucked the Cicciarelli twins yesterday. You're kidding, both of them? Yeah. It was. I got lucky. Their phone lines had been cut. They felt abandoned. They would just, and I just snuck in there, you know.
Those are the Siamese twins, the Cinderellis. The Cinderelli Siamese connected at the hip.
Hello, welcome to Making Love to Siamese Twins. I'm your host, Biff Henderson. And today's Siamese twins are Annette and Heather Collum. Hi. Can you move this way, Heather? I don't want to. Can't we move to the left? Come on. You always get your way. No, I don't. Oh, all right. Oh, God. Sex yesterday was incredible with that guy. Well, our phone lines were cut. We felt abandoned. I don't know what that has to do with anything, quite frankly. The phone lines being cut. Well, I mean, we wanted some comfort. We couldn't reach the outside world. Oh, God, I don't understand you sometimes, Heather. You sound exactly like me.
I mean, it's a well-known fact that when women feel abandoned with their phone lines cut, that they often want to engage in sexual activity.
That's right. I think you're right. Well, let's do another little bit.
Little something.
Let's do a little.
Have you ever done one of those dating tapes, like where they go, "Hi, I'm Eddie."
I'll do one right. Let's do that right now.
I keep
move the that thing is a little.
I keep hitting it.
Hold on, folks.
Keep hitting it. Just come out this way a little bit. You can come out this way.
We're moving our poster.
Oh, now you moved it too much.
Now you moved it too much. There it is.
There you go. That looks pretty
All
good.
right, perfect.
What if this was the whole podcast? You going a little bit more?
Nope, you went too far.
Okay, let's do the dating. You could intro.
All right. Now, welcome back to Video Daters. Here with your first dating guy.
10 years of groundlings.
10 years of ground. First dating fella. Here he is, Eddie Pepitone.
Hey, who's ever watching this? First of all, I'd like to say I like shopping at Whole Foods. I like organic produce, and I don't mind fooling around in Whole Foods. I a lot of times I will, I'll stack my cart, and then I'll go into the hall area where the bathroom is, and I'll see somebody attractive, and I'll say, "Would you enjoy making out?" And I'll give them my Amazon Prime number, which helps them with their grocery checkout. I also like taking walks on bridges. I've always liked bridges. I think bridges, what I like about bridges is that they connect one body of land to another body of land, and I'm all about connection. I'm a smoker, and that's why I'm coughing, but I won't smoke around you, and I always blow it into the carpet. I mean, whenever I smoke, I blow it right into the carpet, and the carpet absorbs it. I always have like shag carpeting that absorbs the smoke. So one thing, no, if you come to my place, I wouldn't roll around in the carpet unless you like tobacco. Now, another thing I want to talk about is I love swimming. I love night swimming, I love skinny dipping at night in lakes with fruit. I like fruit bobbing up and down. Like if you're into grapefruit out there, I like grapefruits bobbing up and down with me. I'm swimming naked and I see the moon. Even though if it's a gibbous moon and it's waning, it doesn't hit me right for some reason. I hope you're following all this. I'm a pretty easy-go-lucky guy, happy-go-lucky guy. I like to hum in the shower. Not what you're thinking. I don't like, I just like to go ba 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 da ba, ding bing 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 bing. I like that kind of thing. So I'm a lot of fun in the shower. I love tossing my salads. Sesame dressing, usually Paul Newman's. I love Newman's. I think most of the profits go to some kind of charity that helps kids who have killed their parents, something like that. I love animals, except the wolf. I think the wolf is dangerous, and we need to shoot them from helicopters. What else? I love track lighting, and I love when police are pursuing a suspect in a tight city area, preferably the hills of Italy. I like watching a police pursuit in the hills of Italy, and I like a good horror movie, I like a good horror movie with, sausages, small sausages on toothpicks. I like watching them with. So if you're interested, I don't like exercise. I think it's foolish. I think life is short and we need to make our time, most of our time. Oh, and I do like scaring people. I like scaring people who aren't grounded. I like that. I like seeing those people who aren't grounded get frightened because, it's nice for me. All right, hope I can find a match.
Ooh, sexy. Wow. Well, if Eddie tickles your particular picadillos, call in and dial 4732 when you hear the beep.
Let's do an ode to Pepitone.
I love it. And now for a fragrance that makes you feel a little off. Introducing Eau de Pepitone.
Hello. Do you have a special date tonight? Well, do you want a perfume that will subliminally tell your date you want nothing to do with them? Pepitone. Then put on a little bit of Eau de Pepitone. Do you want a perfume that says, "Help me, my phone lines are cut"?
Pepitone.
Do you want a perfume that knows that we are going through the 6th mass extinction?
Pepitone.
Do you want a perfume that is holding on to the bottom of your muffler and you're going 80 miles an hour and it's like Max Cady in Cape Fear? You don't know there's a man holding on to the bottom of the chassis of your car. Well, then you need Eau de Pepitone.
Pepitone.
Eau de Pepitone is Cape Fear. It is the 6th mass extinction. It is phone lines being cut, all wrapped into one. It is a perfume that is like a circus clown that drinks too much in a little Honeywell trailer. And the clown barely eats. The clown sometimes has caramel popcorn, but that doesn't give him nutrients.
Pepitone.
The clown is drinking bourbon and smoking cigarettes.
Unfiltered.
He blows the smoke directly into the carpet, and you know he's wearing Eau de Pepitone.
It smells.
Eau de Pepitone is the type of scent that if you walk into your dentist's office needing severe root canal work, your dentist will say, maybe next week.
You can't afford it.
He will let the root canal become an abscess because the smell drives him away. Eau de Pepitone is only available on boxcars in old freight trains. You must go to a freight train, go to a boxcar, find a hobo, and say, "Do you have any eau de Pepitone?"
Find a stick with a handkerchief.
A bindle stick, find a bindle stick. And then find a hobo warming his hands over a barrel of eau de Pepitone. Because eau de Pepitone is made in barrels in a very, very dense New Jersey city that is located where Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, Menlo Park, New Jersey.
Pepitone.
That's right. If you know where Thomas Edison invented his light bulbs, then you know where to find eau de Pepitone.
Unmarked barrels.
Eau de Pepitone is carefully put in a very tainted glass object that holds not much of it, but you don't need much when you put on eau de Pepitone.
Concentrate.
We recommend putting on leg warmers and tinfoil hats when you wear eau de Pepitone.
They're coming for you. Pick up your eau de Pepitone today in unmarked barrels by old boxcars.
All right. Let's see. Let's end it up with last newscaster.
I love it. And now, joining us in the field, a man who's just a man, all by himself. The last newscaster on Earth.
Good evening, everybody. I am fucking insane. Fucking first name, insane last name. And is it a coinky-dink that I am also fucking insane? Who the hell knows? Our top story tonight. I'm fucking insane. And that time it isn't my name. It's my state of mind. I'm fucking insane. That's our top story. And now, let's go to fucking with the traffic. Hi, it's me, the last newscaster on Earth. When I say, let's go to fucking, I'm saying, let's not go to fucking because there's no one to fuck with. Let's just go to me, fucking insane. The traffic today is very light again. One would think I'm the last person on Earth. I cannot believe I haven't seen a car in ages, but still, leave yourself a good half hour. Leave yourself a half hour no matter where you're going. We're in Los Angeles, remember? All right, now let's go to fucking insane for sports. Hello, everybody, I'm fucking insane, which is my name and my state of mind. Today in sports, we have, well, let's say if beating your head against the wall until it's bleeding is a sport, then I'm winning. And now back to fucking. Thank you, fucking and fucking and fucking, for weather, traffic, and sports. And now I want to do an editorial to no one but myself. Fucking look yourself in the mirror. Today is the first day of your life. Your New Year's resolution was to hang yourself. You don't have the balls for it. You literally don't have your balls. You lost them in the nuclear winter that you're going through. So, fucking, you're starting to laugh now because you're completely insane. Now, fucking, this is my message to you. Get a hold of yourself, fucking. Try to diet more. It's a new year. At least by the Gregorian calendar. The Mayan calendar says we should have been dead years ago, which would have been good. Would have been good. But instead, you have to live through this landscape. And I'm going to tell you something, fucking. Look in the mirror. Yes, you, fucking me. You and me, fucking.
Thanks for joining us for the last newscaster on.
He's a confused guy.
He's very confused. I get it. You know,
I get it too.
It makes sense. That's what would happen.
Oh, man, it's a little disturbing sometimes to hear these characters.
Yeah, I mean, think about what I have to deal with. You know what I mean? Like, and I go through, I edit them. You know, I'm in my living room, and I don't put headphones on. I don't do it, and my kids will be there. You know,
man, really?
Oh no, and I'll go back and I'm redoing it to get the timing right. And my kids are going, "Why are you listening to that same part over and over again?" And I go, "I got to get the timing right."
Oh God! Well, I think that's it. No,
it was a beautiful episode. I feel like we got emotionally. And spiritually deeper. You know?
Yeah, we got to know each other a little bit more. You know, you being inculcated into the Christian right, and me having no real bearings at all. So let's tell people thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. Make sure to go over to wherever you're listening to this podcast and leave us a 5-star review. Or 6 stars if it's an option. And make sure to subscribe to the YouTube. We got this episode will be up the week after it comes out. Or if you're a Patreon subscriber, we'll get you at the day that it comes out, along with some unique special stand-up clips of Eddie. He's going out on the road soon, so maybe we'll get some extra stuff
totally.
From there.
I'll send you some stuff from the road only to Patreon members. And the rest of you, why don't you just go fuck yourself?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you can go fuck yourself if you're a Patreon member, too. It's your option. We don't want to hold anybody back.
Not going to be strict about anything.
That's right. Feel free to send us emails to eddiepetpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, we've been getting some nice emails.
Yeah. Anything else? Am I missing anything?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think we're good.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for listening to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside, bitches.